What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. How are y'all doing today? Oh, gosh. Quick K to Jordan. Showstopper. Ooh, 85. I like that. I like that. Xander, what's up? Dose of Dion. Oh, dude, I always appreciate you coming in, sitting down for a quick stream. Appreciate you. That's a cool dude. Go check out his channel. Go check it out. Be sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't already, become a bro and subscribe. I assume all of you are already subs though. Productions. I'm doing the video games now on the Twitch A because I'm tired of Barstool Sports being draft all time. LGRW LG, dude, get that out of here. Oh my gosh. Xander, wait until the 14th round to take a tight end isn't a bad strategy. Honestly, if you can't get, in my eyes, and we're gonna talk a little bit about that today. Strategy when it comes to the draft. And I'll pop up mock draft. Matter of fact, I might just go to it right now. Did I say I'll be doing Twitch after this because I'm in a mood to game. I think we're gonna continue NCAA over there. I really want to play NCAA. We're at the off season. When it comes to tight ends, honestly, if you can't get Kittle or Kelsey, typically at that like near the end of the second round, it's a big gap of difference because you look at like Mark Andrews, who he had like I think 90 or over 100 targets last season. I think he had 90, but he only played 50% of Baltimore snaps. So that's a little scary. Darren Waller I feel a little more safe about, but now there's some more mouths to feed. They added a lot of playmakers. Also, what? I guess it would be the only guys. Jonu's a good value though. Jonu is really good value. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch over to, I think it's this. Yeah, we're switching to this. I got that niceness. We're probably just going to go with, I'm going to randomize this, but we're going to go PPR. Honestly, if you're playing in standard leagues, upgrade your life. Do a half PPR or a full PPR league. It's just that much better. Typically most leagues just do the 2, they do the 1 flex, and we'll keep it with that. Maybe one day, maybe next week we'll do like a super draft, like if you are in like a super quarterback league, we could do that. All this stuff I don't think I need to check upon. We'll randomize the draft order. 10th. I feel like we had 10th last time. Let's get something early. There we go. Third. That's kind of a tight spot. So we'll just go ahead. I think that should be good. What does PPR stand for? Points per reception. So typically you get a point just for getting a reception, and you get points for targets. So like a half PPR I think is half point. It varies. You either get like you get the full point for the target or a half point for the target. But that's typically how it works. So your running backs that have that receiving upside have a lot more value. So like an Austin Eckler has way more value in PPR leagues than standard leagues. So I'm gonna start my draft. All right, so I don't need to take a tour. So I don't get Saquon getting drafted ahead of Christian McCaffrey, which he didn't in this case. But I don't get that. I don't see why that's a thing, you know. So honestly, when it comes to drafting, it's running back. You almost always want to go running back because it's so hard. Y'all know back by committee is very popular nowadays. So if you could get a running back that's guaranteed volume equals opportunity. You always want to chase these guys that have great volume. Alvin Kamara, honestly, he's a bit scary. But like for me, like I don't know. Last year was a bit weird, and I know he was a little banged up. I think he was dealing with an injury since like week 6 or before that all season, so he could be much better. That's why you see his draft whatchamacallit go up. See, he's risen one spot. So, ooh, Snorkel. Let me see this fantasy team. Kyler, Zeke, and Drake. I'm a bit indifferent about, but I love Galladay. I love Brown, Waller, then Woods, Bears defense. That's a solid team there, my friend. So yeah, I'm almost always going run back. I mean, there's rare instances where if I'm not in love with the running backs on the board, like typically where I cross, like where I'm right now put in my line where I'm like, okay, I don't like these running backs. I'll just go with Michael Thomas. I can't. Here, we'll do this. Suggest another player. And suggest another player. I'm typically going. I'll do Kamara before receiver. I'll do Zeke. I'll do Cooks. Miles Sanders, I'm really in love with. But before Michael Thomas, probably not. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Before Michael Thomas, probably not. Projected to go 4-10 in my league. Oh, dude, that's rough, Xander. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm right now. I have a keeper league where you get to keep one person you drafted from the season prior, and you just have to dish out the pick that you drafted them with the previous season. So, like, if you drafted CMC and then you want to keep him, you just got to give up your first-round pick because you probably used a first-round pick. In my league, the year before, I drafted Miles Sanders, and I literally didn't play him the whole year. I don't think I started him once, and then I ended up trading him away. But then I ended up this season, I was like, dude, I drafted him in the 8th round, so he's my keeper, and all I have to pay is an 8th round pick, or my 8th round pick. What are expectations out of Raven wide receivers? Honestly, the only one I would touch is Marquis Brown, Hollywood Brown. But even then, it's kind of scarce because he did get decent volume for the amount he was on the field, but it's a bit scary. I don't know. I think I'd still go Michael Thomas over Derrick Henry. But, like, after that, you're drafting running back. Like, here, I'll go Zeke. I just know he's going to get a lot. I think he's going to get a lot more touches. Or at least I feel more confident in his amount of touches compared to Kamara. So we're just going to go there. We're going to go to our draft board. My team, Watson, Barkley, Eckler, Galladay, Sutton, David Johnson. Who could be a sleeper? As long as you get him for the right price, though. Marquis Brown I'd touch maybe later. I think where's he typically going? Around the 8th round, which sounds about right. All right, so looking here, you see Michael Thomas. I think I'd still go Kamara and Cook over Thomas. But now here, you kind of have the luxury. Like, if there's a running back still available here, then I don't mind waiting till the turn in round 3 to get a wide receiver. So let's just go to the suggestions. Like, they got Todd Gurley, which Chris Carson, Leonard Fournette, Le'Veon Bell. So should I hold over Bell? Ooh, what? Like, as a keeper? What round you get him? That means everything in the world. So at this point, it's kind of rough because like Chubb would have been an easy pick here. Looking at the tight ends, see, you got this is key here. I'm not in love with, like, I love Kenny Galladay, but I'd rather him in the 3rd, even a DJ Moore or a Juju. Yeah, suggest more players. Mark Cooper, even Thielen, not so much. Looking at running back. Here, if I go to all, will it show me? No, it won't. So if I go to running back, like Gurley, I don't like. Fournette, I'm a bit indifferent about. Yeah, keeper. What round? Like, or do you automatically give up? Like, because ESPN, you have to give up your 1st round pick to hold on to a keeper, which I think there's no point in that. So what round did you get him? Like, is it working like you give up that round pick that you got him in the previous year? If there is no productions, I'm going definitely tight end. I'm just explaining my point. Like Carson Bell, I wouldn't mind, but yeah, at the current value, these 2 tight ends, Kittle and Kelsey, they're wide receiver ones. I think last year they actually ended up being the wide receiver 8 and 10 based on their points. I can hold over 2 guys, Kamara being 1. So like you don't have to give up picks for it? Yeah, problem with Fournette, he doesn't get touchdowns, and with Chris Thompson in town, it's going to be a lot harder for him to get touches as a receiver. I think Jay Gruden's really going to like Tom. Well, I mean, he loves Thompson. They love each other, dude. They got a nice relationship. Travis Kelsey, he's been the tight end 1 for the past 3 years. I think this is kind of easy, especially with our pick right here. So we kind of get whoever we want. I say we just go tight end. Like these spots, I'm very comfortable going Kittle or Kelsey. And yeah, with Kelsey, he's 3 years straight been the tight end 3. So that offense is wild. All right, so we're here at the turn in the 3rd round. Kittle went Evans, Mahomes, and more. So I don't mind any of those. This is kind of rough because I would personally like to get a running back here. Because like I said, running back is such a hard thing to get right. Such a hard thing to get right. And then with Gurley, man, like, yeah, he's fallen 4 spots because you think he might be working on a pitch count like this whole season. They're limiting him in training camp, which was to be expected. That's not a shock to me. Correct. Don't give up any picks. All 10 teams hold over 2 players, their choices, and we draft after those 20 players are. Oh, that's nice. Who else is on your team? Shoot me that. Shoot me who else is on your team. Yeah, that way I can give you a better answer. Colby. Okay, so like looking here, I personally I'm not in love with this with Gurley. I'm not in love with Fournette. Chris Carson, but man, he's got so much in the backfield there. Then Le'Veon Bell, he's not gonna make it to our pick. You kind of hope he might. So we might be relying more on a James Conner to fall. Melvin, I don't even know about Melvin Gordon. David Johnson. But I mean, we're so strong at running back with Zeke. Like taking one of these guys, I think is great opportunity. There you go. So you got Cooper, Kupp, Woods, Odell. Like I'm a big believer in Kenny Galladay. So like with me, like Kenny Galladay, he caught a little over 50% of his targets, which is not a great catch rate. But the thing is, a lot of them were uncatchable. So, and he got 11 touchdowns. He was still over 1,000 yards. I think he definitely could be a wide receiver 1. I like him better than Juju, who it depends. I haven't heard anything that Juju is going to be back in the slot full time, and I really prefer him there. So we're going to go Kenny Galladay. Yeah, this is PPR. Yeah, dude, touchdown machine. So I really like the squad right now. Can we take a quick look at the squad? By roster. Well, I guess we could look at the squad right here. So we got a tight end 1. We got a running back 1, easy. Like he'll probably finish like 3 or 4. Kelsey's tight end 1 or 2. Galladay, he's gonna be in the top 10 for wide receivers. So now here, it's going to be like right here, it's running back. It's either running back or receiver. It's as easy as that. Those are the 2 positions you want to fill. Probably running back, especially if you have to start 2 in your league. And kind of looking where these guys went, this guy could go anywhere. You kind of want to look where, like, who the guys in front of you might take. Like, honestly, they could go running back, receiver too. So we do want to get the value. This guy went wide. He hasn't gone running back yet. That's crazy. You better come out like the first. Yeah, come out the first 2 rounds with at least 2 running backs. You have to. It's a necessity. So we got some good receivers here. It's probably Dak here, Russell. But that's fine. I'd rather take quarterbacks later anyway. So I'm not worried about that. We got Connor, David Johnson, Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon honestly might be the red zone back there too. So I think he's going to take a lot of red zone carries away from Philip Lindsay. So we got Singletary. Honestly, Montgomery's not bad. Ingram. But then you also got J.K. Dobbins in town. That's probably why he's going so low. James Conner, probably the pick here. And it's just a pick that, hey, we need to. It sucks. He doesn't really, like, staying healthy is kind of an issue with him. But he is, for all intents and purposes, probably the best pick here at this point. We would just have to grab a running back in the next couple of rounds that we know we can fill in and hope does a solid job. Receivers are typically fine. I guess top value. Okay, whatever. Like, I mean, we're at the turn, right? So yeah, so we could still get a pretty solid wide receiver. Because honestly, I like all these guys. I like Parker too. Hilton. I'd really like to get AJ Brown, but if not, then I'm kind of fine with maybe probably Parker, Hilton. There's Diggs. Right? I wish they would show me everybody. Tyler Boyd, AJ Green. AJ Green, honestly, might not be a bad pick. All right, so let's just go ahead. We're taking running back. We're going James Conner. You have to fill in those spots. Like running back, you have to fill. You have to. Yo, what up, Wyatt? How you doing, buddy? All right, so seeing how it went. Dude, AJ Brown got to us. That's solid. I don't know if he is gonna get the load here. Like, I don't know, man. I hope him and Tannehill have such a connection, because AJ Brown, for all intents and purposes, could be a wide receiver one, and I would love going to the next oh gosh, what do you call it? Going into the 6th pick with Galladay, Brown, and I'm kind of content then at that point, so I can now go hard on probably running back, just because how I feel about James Conner at this point of the juncture. But definitely it's AJ Brown. I don't think it's a question. Keenan Allen, I don't know, man. What stinking, what's his name? Oh gosh, who's the Chargers? Tyrod Taylor. There we go. I should know. I've had to play against him once. Not because I was good. I just happened to be on a high school team. But Tyrod Taylor, he, outside of Sammy Watkins, he distributes the ball very evenly. Like, honestly, the tight end might get, like, Hunter Henry might be like, have his stock, like, should be shooting up, because he loved Charles Clay. So I think he would heavily focus, I guess, the tight end. Typically, mobile quarterbacks do that anyway. Even Austin Eckler to be like, oh, he should get a lot of volume. Typically, you would just think that, but that's not the case. Typically, mobile quarterbacks mean running backs get less targets, oddly enough, just statistically. How is there only 9 likes? Hit that button, guys. Yeah. So we're going AJ Brown. That's a no-brainer for me. And now we're just going to kind of focus running back. We'll kind of look at quarterback. A couple of quarterbacks I really like. I honestly, straight up, I love the idea of Drew Brees. Let's say, yeah, Parker would be pretty dope. It's just, he's straight up, Parker's had maybe 7 good games in a 4-year career. That's the only problem with him. Let's say Tua starts the season for our Dolphins. What are your expectations for his fantasy stats? Not great. I would say he'd probably be outside the top 15. Yeah, my best bet is keeping Bell and Kamara. I have Hollywood Brown, but he's unlikely not to hold that. Yeah, I would definitely go Bell. What up, Travis? All right, so let's take a quick look, because we know that pick has the AJ Green would have been dope. But I mean, we're kind of set at receiver. Like I said, I'm feeling running back a little bit more. If Josh Allen made it to us, that'd be nice because rushing upside's a thing. Dak went right here at the turn. Let's take a look at this squad because he went receiver heavy. That's not a bad squad right there. Let's see. Do I like any of these teams? I kind of like this squad right here. Ooh, this isn't too bad either. All right, so we could, I guess, look at quarterback, but I think we have time. Like, who are the top quarterbacks right now? Matt Ryan, Drew Brees. So I'm really high on Drew Brees. I know his stock's going up. So I'm gonna wait till the turn. Because this guy has a quarterback. This would be the guy to worry about if Drew Brees doesn't make it back to us. But it's honestly a 50-50 chance. Does he take Ryan? Does he take a Wentz? So maybe even is Aaron Rodgers still available? I think Aaron Rodgers still would be solid at that point. So yeah, I think we're definitely gonna go running back. Cheat sheet. Oh, this is way better. I like this way better. All right, so looking at the quarterbacks, we already know what we want to do. Running backs, I feel better with Raheem Mostert than anybody. Cam Akers has some good upside, but it really depends on how that Rams offensive line performs. They did get better down the stretch, but yeah. For rookie quarterbacks. I think he'll be right behind Burrow. I think Burrow has a much better offense. But the Dolphins are not playing for this season. So I'm going to go Raheem Mostert. Or Raheem must start. I think he gives, they gave him more money. They realized how vital he was to their offense. He was great last season, especially in the playoffs. I think this is kind of a no-brainer for us. Look at that. What'd I say? No. All right, so I said it'd be like Drew Brees, or we just have to worry about this guy drafting a quarterback, and he could go. We got lucky because I'm much higher on Brees than Wentz. So we're gonna come out here looking pretty. I'm not that high on Mostert. I heard good things about. Yeah, me too. And I know they're paying McKinnon a lot, but Mostert was, dude. They're probably gonna still have a committee back there, but Mostert was the most productive. Tevin Coleman wasn't that productive. I'm not gonna rely on McKinnon's I guess volume. So I don't know. Mostert was just the most productive. And considering he's not technically our starter, he'll probably be like a flex, if that. I'm totally cool with him here. So we're definitely going quarterback. We have all our starters here. Look, I like going quarterback a little later because the quarterback, like 1 or 2, the gap isn't that far if you look at the other top 10 quarterbacks. Less like Lamar Jackson, he just has a huge rushing upside. That's just what happens. And he put on a banger year. Guarantee he doesn't produce like that this season just because that was such a wild and crazy good year. But there's not like I think there's like maybe by the end of the season a 30 to 50 point difference, which averages out to a little bit more, a little bit around, like, I guess a little less than 5 points per game. So yeah, I'm totally cool with going with a guy who I know is going to be a top 10 quarterback and get him at a much better value. Wolf on Wall Street. Yes, we have seen that. I think Tua plays like last 6 games of the season. All right, so we're going quarterback here. It's here, no, cheat sheet. Looking at other positions, Cam Akers is nice, but if we could maybe get him on the roundabout, that's not bad. There's plenty of receivers with good upside you could take later. You just kind of want to get your starters first. Remember, you want to go running back heavy. Matt Ryan. I'm higher on Drew Brees, dude. The dude, I think he was the quarterback 1 from when he returned from injury. Or he may have been the quarterback 3. I think he was the quarterback 3. But yeah, it's no brainer for me. Niners got a lot of money invested in the backfield. Mostert, McKinnon, Coleman, and Jimmy G. Big contract. That is a lot of money. Dolphins should have paid Conklin. I don't know, man. Keep in mind, like, he's been steady, but I don't know. They should. I don't know if they should have. Like, I think for the immediate future, like, if they're not really, this is my opinion, they're not playing for this season. They got a bunch of guys to develop. They're not playing for this season. All right, so yeah, he's not good as a pass blocker. He was better last season, though. He was better last season. Ooh. Looks like I am dropping frames. I need Stickum. I'm dropping. All right, so quick look at the draft board. How everything's shaken down. Edelman, Fuller, Ryan, Jones, Kirk, Cooks. Nothing I'm too heartbroken about. Deontay Johnson maybe a little bit. CD Lamb, Manuel Sanders, actually. That kind of sucks. So I'm going running back or receiver here. That's literally the positions you really want to address. We probably won't go tight end again. I will literally just stream one tight end. I'm literally going to just stream one tight end for 1 week, and that's Kelsey's bye. Who wins the right tackle job for tight ends? Wilson. Well, it's Kelly. Wilson's not ready. If anything, they put Wilson at guard at first. And even then, Nate Davis played much better in the playoffs. Like, he really came around. He'll be I agree, he'll be a bust at tackle. I had a 3rd round grade on him, so y'all know how I feel. All right, so looking at wide receiver, it's not great. I feel like there's a lot of risk there. Yeah, I'm not. You don't need a handcuff for that backfield. Dude, I've been saying Cody Ford needs to move to guard. So you got Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton. Not bad options there. Sterling Shepard, I think you'll see the most volume from. Anthony Miller, I don't know, and that I don't really trust that Bears offense outside of Montgomery. Honestly, Golden Tate I kind of like a lot. Preston Williams ain't bad. Jalen Reagor, I don't know what you're hearing good things about him from camp, but he's gonna have to start over Deshaun Jackson. You know? There's Judy and Ruggs, which are very compelling. I really like Curtis Samuel. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll probably grab him at the turn. I actually screwed. I think I'll grab him now because I'm having trouble deciding which giant receiver I want. Yeah, we're going to take Curtis Samuel here. I'm just really high on him. He had over 100 targets last season, I think. Let me check if that's right. Curtis, I'm pretty sure Samuel. Guess stats. Blah, blah, blah. No, show me everything. Yeah, he had 105 targets last season. And it's Joe Brady's offense. Please and thank you. He's just got good upside. All right. Might double dip at receiver here. They really ain't helping my case here. What about running back? Breida? I'm kind of high on Matt Breida. But how long until he gets hurt, you know? Marlon Mack's not a bad option. I mean, I know you're kind of playing with time with Jonathan Taylor there, but Sony Michel, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. I mean, Adrian Peter's the starter, but do you really want AP, you know? Well, second thought, we might just grab our next running back here because I'm not in love with the receivers. Like, it's a very tough decision. And I feel pretty good about about my receivers right now. Look at that carry on my way. Suggestions Q. Oh, what was it? Cheat sheet. Yeah, we'll probably go running back. So I'm kind of like flipping between Dobbins and Burita. And I kind of have a firm rule. I don't draft Dolphins players because then it makes me kind of I don't know. It makes me have like this, oh, I hate my team sometimes type of vibe, you know? But Dobbins, he's gonna be playing behind Mark Ingram. Opposed to Burita, all he has to do is beat out Jordan Howard. If anything, Jordan Howard will just eat red zone carries from him. Burita's the passing back. I think he's gonna get a bulk of the workload. So we're gonna go with him. All right. All right, taking a look how this all broke down. I think this guy might need to go. Might go tight end, honestly. This guy. He's probably likely receiver. So, I mean, we don't really need running backs anymore. I'm more concerned about our receiving core. I'm very content with our room, our running back room. Is it Q? It's cheat sheet. I gotta remember that. Anthony. Nah, dude. I just release. I mean, I could start doing those mock drafts. That'd be kind of fun. Could just do like fantasy football Fridays and mock draft Mondays. Do that. All right, so here I'm kind of high on Paris Campbell. Deshaun Jackson's good for one game. Brandon Ayuk, he might get a ton of volume. I am kind of high on Preston Williams, just because I'm pretty sure that offense is gonna have to be throwing the ball a lot. He's a lot of their deep. He's kind of like a deep threat there. I think he was averaging 5 targets a game, which at this point might be good enough for me. Michael Pittman might be a guy I'm interested in too, though. But I'm afraid he might play the Mike Williams role there in Indianapolis, which means he's very unstable. But I'm going to go ahead with Preston Williams. Dolphins fan. Fins up, baby. Fins up. All right. So where did they go here? Went running back, receiver, tight end. First defense comes on the board. If y'all know me, defense and kickers are your last picks. Smart idea to do a fantasy football draft on Friday and do your mock draft. Yeah, I think we might do that. I think that's a good idea, Anthony. I think that's a good idea. All right, so here we are. Who am I more high on, Campbell or Pittman? I think it's Pittman. Jalen Rager, N'Keal Harry, Alan Lazard, not so much. Brandon Ayuk, really depends how long Debo will be out for. Alshon Jeffrey, but he's on the pub right now, right? Not a lot to pick from here. I think I'm gonna end up going with Michael Pittman. All right, so I guess we're drafting running back receiver from here on out. So yeah, we got two more rounds, and then we could draft our kicker and defense. With defense, I honestly just stream a defense, and you might end up finding a stud. Yeah, defense is always my last pick. Yeah, I draft my kicker in the second to last round, and then I draft my defense, and I just pick which team I think has the best matchup week 1. I like to take as many shots at this point as I can, so we're gonna look for pretty darn good, maybe potential upside and opportunity. So we're gonna probably just go running back, receiver. Not suggestions, draft board. No, it's cheat. All right, so Tony Pollard could serve as a handcuff. That's not a bad option, actually. There's A.J. Dillon. I think I'll elect to take a handcuff. That's a smart idea here. Tony Pollard, he backs up Zeke. If something happens to Zeke, bam, Tony Pollard inserted into the lineup. He should see the same opportunity as Zeke. So that's kind of smart to handcuff Zeke here. And at a very cheap cost. And then we are going to go look at receiver. And wow, not much. I'm looking for upside, man. I'm really looking for upside. Like, who can explode? I don't think there's really a candidate here. I'm thinking I might just opt then for Paris Campbell. And maybe that way, hey, what up, AJ? That way, we grab Paris Campbell and here, let me make sure. Yeah, we'll grab Paris Campbell. So we'll just go with whoever's popping off between Michael Pittman and Paris Campbell. So we're just kind of covering our bases at this point. I don't see too many guys with big upside. Honestly, Alshon Jeffrey might not be bad here. I mean, we wouldn't be able to start him initially. So, yeah, you know what? That's good value, dude. He's the undisputed number 1 there. So, that's actually really good value. Oh, look, Tucker got drafted right ahead of us. So, we're going to get our kicker as he was the first kicker off the board. Not suggestions, but we're going to go with cheat sheet. Take a look at kicker. Or what defenses are left? Do the Bears, Eagles. I'd rather get a for sure kicker. I'm just going to take who I think is going to score the most points, and that's probably going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Harrison Butker. Hey, thank you, Grunky. Thank you, Peep. I think that's probably a better way to cover. Yep, become a bro and subscribe. Draft the Dolphins defense and the Ravens defense, or are you only allowed to? No, you can draft more than one defense. I just don't. I think that's a waste of a roster spot. All right, let's take a look at people. Okay, all right, thing you want to do here is just like let's pop on to ESPN. Yeah, they got games going on. We're gonna take a look at this week 1 schedule. Philadelphia Eagles is not a bad defense. They are kind of banged up on the defensive line, though. They're not a bad defense to have in general. They're typically always a top 10. They have Washington week 1. I think this is a no-brainer. You go Philly defense. That's a great week 1 matchup, and they could be a solid defense throughout the year. So we're going to go with Philadelphia Eagles. All right. Hey, look at that. I got an A-. I finally got a good grade from this stupid thing. Last stream, I got like C-, but you don't really care about the grade here. So, Drew Brees, he is going to be our starter, barring injury or bye, or if they play the Atlanta Falcons. Zeke, James Conner, I'm a bit unsure of. A little wheezy when it comes to that. So Raheem Mostert, honestly, I feel a lot more comfortable with as a starter than James Conner. But Conner, he does have upside. Then we have behind him Mike Breida, and then Tony Pollard as a handcuff to Zeke. So Not bad, not bad. I really like our receivers, Kenny Golladay, AJ Brown. We also ended up coming away with Curtis Samuel, who had over 100 targets last year. Keep that in mind. And then we know that check down Teddy is might load him up there in the slot. Preston Williams, he has the big play upside. Michael Pittman, he has Mike Williams upside, I think, in Indianapolis with Phillip Rivers. And then Alshon Jeffrey, he is the wide receiver 1. I think that's just a solid pick there. I know he has injury problems, but we picked him super late. Go with the upside. Travis Kelsey, we got as a banger. Remember, when it comes to Travis Kelsey or George Kittle, you want to get them in this type of area. You want like a late second rounder where you know your next pick is right there around the corner. Like getting him over here, I think is very detrimental. There we go, to your roster. Like you want to have you're gonna feel a lot better over here if you went like running back, tight end, or running back, tight end, running back, or even like what we did. We went running back, tight end, wide receiver. You're going to feel a lot better. Your fantasy team's going to feel a lot better rather than over here where you're going to have to because you're going to have to get them early second if you really want them. And then you're going to end up getting a much lesser running back or wide receiver here at the late third. So definitely, if you're thinking about drafting one of those tight ends, you're going to want to do it in the late second area. That way you do have a pick coming up. I guess we click back on this to see our team. Nope, I do not want to do that. So click. Go back to draft wizard. But I think that was a very successful draft, wouldn't you say? Wait, what am I doing? Mock draft lobby? Join a mock draft? Nah. I don't want to join a mock draft. I'm looking for a draft simulator. So, again, I think very successful, dude. I think that, honestly, I love that team. That team's a banger, in my opinion. That team's a banger. We could do this one more, actually. I might switch over to NCAA. So that'd be on Twitch. So if y'all want to follow me on Twitch. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to get that going in the next, like, minute or two. So if you got any questions, you could shoot them over there. I'm going to be going to Twitch in the next couple of minutes. Broshmo Gaming. Check me out. I'm going to be talking, I guess, with you. I will do a mock draft right now. You want to do one more? You want to do one more mock before we go to NCAA on Twitch? I wonder if I say Twitch enough, will YouTube, like, kill this video? Or we could do that. Y'all want to do that? Yeah, one more? Okay, thank you. I just need an answer. All right, cool. 1, 2, 3. First pick. That's very similar to what we just did. So let's do the 12th pick. All right. We're going in from the 12th pick. We're going to kind of speed through this one because I feel like I did a good job of describing what you should do. Which Twitch account? Because I see 2 names. Which Twitch account? Should be whatever's in the description. Should lead you straight to it. So productions, check the description. It should have the link. All right, so obviously everything changes here. You're the 12th pick. Not a lot of great. Wow, they went really running back heavy. Dang. So we're sitting here, and we got back-to-back picks. Remember, don't be doing that Kelsey nonsense here. It's not wise. So one of these picks definitely going to be a running back. or at least I preferably would want to do a running back. And I see, looks like there's not going to be too many. Go to the cheat sheet, high drafted, high tiers. Take a look. Miles Sanders, I'm really high on. Where yeah, it looks like we're gonna go receiver running back here. Julio Jones is been like a top 5 running back for what ever. So I say running back, wide receiver. He's been a top 5 wide receiver for who knows how many years. I know sometimes the touchdown total ain't pretty, but he is, and I definitely think I'm really high on Miles Sanders. I think he's worth a first round at this point. All the things coming out of Philly training camp, and actually their off season's been. I'm not going Patrick Mahomes. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Stop that. Shame on you, production. We're gonna draft Miles Sanders. It's our pick. We're gonna go then Julio Jones. I really like those two. I mean, you give up so much for getting a Lamar Jackson or a Patrick Mahomes. You're sacrificing so much value for a guy that might average 5 to 7 points more points per game when it's all said and done. When I think you could stabilize your other positions and just kind of settle for a lesser quarterback. There we go. All right, so looking here, looky. I mean, we have back-to-back picks, so it's kind of we don't really need to predict what everyone will do next, you know? Oh my gosh, Wyatt, you're right. Blake Ferguson, dude, best long snapper in the game. So yeah, we don't really need to predict what anyone's gonna do. We're not trying to snipe or anything, and nor can we at this point. So first things first, I look at running back, and I feel safer with Bell or Carson. So we're probably going to pick up one of those guys. And then I might just go with the upside of Amari, man. I know he's disappeared at points, but the dude still, he comes out as a wide receiver. He's always a wide, like in the top 10. He's always a wide receiver 1. You know he's got that great potential. He finished with 1,100 yards last season. So we're definitely going to go Amari. I feel like it's a little risky because I'm just scared of what AJ Brown's volume is gonna look like. And then Tyler Lockett, I'm just scared how they're gonna utilize him because they used him a lot in the slot last season, and his yards after contact or after the catch kind of went down. So, but he still put on a pretty decent season. And then here we have to go running back at this point. We have to go running back. And I just like I know Frank Gore's in town, right? He's in town with the Jets. I don't know how I mean, you're paying Le'Veon all that money. I think he's going to get a bulk of the carries. He's going to get a bulk of the work, even with Frank Gore in town. I feel better about Bell than I do Carson with because Carson, he's got Rashad Penny, who's been pretty banged up recently. Then Travis Homer and DJ Dallas. I think that's all that's in town. So yeah, there's too many running backs back there. I get scared of what they're gonna do with Chris Carson. He did have a fumbling problem last year too. So we're gonna go Le'Veon. So I'm feeling okay with those. I'm feeling okay. I think we got a very safe team. All right. Russell Wilson was snapped right in front of us. Look at that. Dak's rising, man. I told y'all Dak would rise. Dude's been a top 5 quarterback as far as fantasy points for the last couple of years. All right here. Probably want to get our flex. Sucks Waller went off the board. Think we could wait on tight end then for a little bit. Quarterback, we could probably grab one of the quarterbacks here. Or we could just further go receiver or running back again. And I'm like Kyler Murray. Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest when it comes to Kyler Murray. I know he's got a great offense, but I'm a bit scared. I know the upside's huge, but I'm a bit scared. He'll probably be playing from behind a lot too. So he's going to be slinging the ball. And now I'm kind of talking myself into it. Let's look at other positions real quick before I do that. I really like David Montgomery right here. We could probably go receiver a little later since we have Amari and Julio. We're not struggling. So I know I'm pretty confident I'm going to go with Montgomery. Kareem Hunt, he is literally the running back too. Why would you go there? Mark Ingram, he's got J.K. Dobbins on his back. Devin Singletary potentially has Zach Moss. Reports teams are really high on him. Kerryon Johnson is hurt, but I haven't heard anything about DeAndre Swift might cause his workload to go up. You would think that, but I don't know. I haven't heard anything that says otherwise. Y'all know how I feel about Mostert, but for the sake of being different, go David Montgomery, and then okay, balls to the wall. We're going Kyler Murray. Balls to the wall. Here's the wall. Here are the balls. Balls to the wall. Oh, Aaron Rodgers is still around. He puts out a banger every now and then. Okay, so might be at that point where you consider your tight end. Hunter Henry, unfortunately, is off the board. Yeah, I was kind of high on him. I think you're still going to have Tyler Higbee here, but I actually like Jared Cook a little bit better. So Miles Sanders, Le'Veon Bell, David Montgomery. I'm still very confident in our receivers, so I think I'd be very willing to go running back again here. Look at the receivers real quick. Yeah, I think I'd be willing to go. Yeah, I think I'm willing to go running back, tight end. I mean, look at the guy. Honestly, could we wait on Jared Cook? We could wait on Jared Cook. But if we don't get him, oh my gosh, we're gonna be swinging for the fences. So I think I will go running back receiver. Mark Ingram's still around, the guy with big upside. Just what does J.K. Dobbins mean? Ronald Jones, man, Shady McCoy really muddies the situation up in there. And you got to think if Cam Newton's the starter, you might love James White because I mean Sony Michel hasn't really been able to get into practice, so there is that. At receiver, honestly, you could take a shot with Brandon Cooks. You got to imagine he will be the lead receiver there. I know a lot of people are more high on Will Fuller, but I mean Cooks, the dude last year, what was his first season since maybe his rookie year, not putting up 1,000 yards. So we'll go there, and I'll look at that in a minute, AJ. And I think we go Ingram. He's just kind of the safe bet. So risky and then safety, or safely, I guess. All right, so this is my mock. Matthew Stafford, Saquon, Andre Swift, Mike Evans, DJ Moore, Stephon Diggs, Darren Waller, Matt Gay. That's Tampa's kicker, right? Then Brandon Cooks, Austin Hooper, Curtis Samuel, Tony Pollard, AJ Dillon, Brandon Ayuk, and Hunter Renfrow. Ooh, that's pretty solid, though. Stafford, I might get another quarterback, though, just in case of injury with Stafford. I don't think you would need to hold. Let's see. Who's your tight end again? Darren Waller. I don't think you need Austin Hooper. I would go with another quarterback just in case of injury. That way you're not just trying to stream one. All right, so looking at the squad looks good. Did any of my tight ends go? Actually, no tight ends went. Wow. I think we definitely need to take our tight end though if we really want to. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Thing is, man, there's good value here. I like Jared Cook. He was like, I think the tight end one the minute Brees came back. Higbee does have big upside, but you gotta wonder how much will it like. Oh man, you just gotta wonder how much will that actually play in. Like he had a banger of like the last stretch of the season, but will it continue to be that way? I don't know. Yeah, it would make your tight end core super deep, but with Darren Waller healthy, like you're never gonna need Austin Hooper. He would just kind of be wasting away there. And plus, Austin Hooper, I think he's gonna get just Kyle Rudolph production, and that's not tight end one production. Let's look elsewhere real quick, just cause, holy moly. Ooh, I don't really like any of the running backs, man. I really don't like any of the running backs. What is our running back lineup? Ingram. Oh, we got 4, so there's no one I really like. I don't want to take that, obviously. Let's look at wide receiver. Preston Williams, Jalen Reagor, Jerry Jeudy, Justin Jefferson. And Curtis Samuel, who I'm really high on. Honestly, maybe a tight end's our best bet here, actually. I mean, Hayden Hurst, but they haven't get. Hayden Hurst has the upside, but will he have the production? I feel like you know what? I'm gonna go with Higbee. Dude, this is a tough pick here. See, we already have Amari. Jalen Reagor might not be a bad option if everyone gets hurt. So, yeah. DJ Moore. Dude, DJ Moore is freaking a monster. I'm just worried when it comes to Jeudy. That looks like that team's going to really try to run the ball a lot. I don't know where he fits between Sutton and KJ Hamler and Noah Fant. It just feels like there's not enough targets to go around. With Jalen Reagor, if everything falls apart in front of him, he will get a lot of targets. So we'll take him here. But we do have to do double dip. So, and it's just I'm not that high. Like I'm really high on Jared Cook. But the value's good. We'll take Higbee. The value's good. We'll take Higbee. I mean, Higbee did have more targets and opportunities over like last year compared to Cook, so maybe we just bank on that. Where are we at? Prediction? No. Stop that. Draft board. So we're feeling good about the roster. I mean, we could probably go receiver again, running back. Yeah, we kind of go receiver, running back from here on out. So yeah, yeah, we go receiver, running back. I feel good with Kyler. I spent a high pick on him, so he's gonna be the starter regardless, whatever. And Tyler Higbee, he's gonna be the starter regardless, whatever. You don't need backups. When it comes to quarterback and tight end, you don't need backups. You're just trying to take shots at receiver and running back at this point. I mean, there's that AJ Dillon upside there, but I don't know. Joshua Kelly is interesting, but I think these are guys we can get much later. Looks like receivers just kind of went. Brandon Ayuk, he's interesting here. Alshon Jeffrey, Sammy Watkins, never. James Washington, actually very interesting here. We're going to snag him with one of our picks. Because, I mean, I don't know how they're going to utilize Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool. Bam. There we go. Talking about Charles Clay earlier. Don't know how they're going to utilize Chase Claypool. Will he be more tight end? Is he going to play a little bit? Like, I think he has problems like separating. I think tight end is a better fit for him. I think they're going to utilize him a variety of different ways. James Washington's not bad value, especially with Big Ben back. There should be plenty of targets to go around. So I don't think that's a bad get right there. We're like I said, we're just kind of taking shots on guys, and we could probably take a shot on Brandon Ayuk. Me personally, I'd probably go with Jeffrey here, maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. And then we'll probably look at running back here, but I don't feel good about running back. I was thinking Renfro, but like I said, there's a lot of mouths to feed right now with the Raiders. I almost said in Oakland, but whoa. We all know what happened now. It's not Oakland no more. I mean, he's still around here, so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, production. That's what I'm thinking. All right, so we could get a Derrick Henry handcuff here. Which isn't a bad look. And even, dude, Carlos Hyde's in Seattle, like with Chase or Chris Carson. It's just frightening. I don't know if y'all heard that, but hopefully you didn't. I think Darrington Evans is fine. Wait. Let me look, be sure, because this is our last pick, and then honestly, since we have the last pick, I might go kicker defense here, jump on it early, and then really grab a sleeper somewhere in the 15th. So I'm thinking I'm going kicker defense here. So because we have a chance to snag some really good stuff instead of just kind of settling for guys we're kind of hoping works out. So I don't think I just want to go with the higher scoring team, and I think Harrison Buckner will be the higher scoring team. So, and then going defense here, you got the Bills, who will get to feast on the Dolphins and the Jets twice a year, and potentially the Patriots. They're actually probably in a better position than the Saints too. I mean, the Patriots are always good, but they might struggle due to their offense. And they got a lot of people that opted out, so we'll go Bills. Look at that. Look at that, dude. We're doing just fine. Now we get to go have our last pick here. Look at that. He's still there for us if we want him. Let's take a look at the squad. We kind of already really dug at receivers, so we could probably go running back here. Or even tight end, like if there's anyone I care about left. Goddard, not really. There's not really much of anything. Yeah, nothing I'm in love with there. So, you know what? Screw it. Let's go running back. Let's grab Darrington Evans. If something happens to Derrick Henry, if they do run him into the ground, we might get to reap the benefits. So I still liked our other squad, I think, a little bit better, but I don't mind this squad either. Kyler Murray might have a better upside than Drew Brees, but Miles Sanders, Le'Veon Bell, I like Julio and Amari. That's pretty dope. Tyler Higbee, yeah, that's all right. Even though I'm a little more high on Jared Cook. David Montgomery, Bills defense, and Buckner. Then we got Cooks, Ingram. Then we got a few guys here that have a chance. They're in good situations. Aaron Evans, especially if Derrick Henry goes down. Brandon Ayuk, he will be without Deebo Samuel, so he's got kind of an upside the first couple of weeks. James Washington, he might get lucky. Jalen Reagor might get lucky if Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson go down, which they do. And then Ingram, he's a starter until J.K. Dobbins does something. And then Cooks has wide receiver 1 upside too. So, yeah, but okay. So, keep in mind, guys, we're into the stream here. We're moving to Twitch. I'll have the second in the day 2 mock draft out at the end of the week. I have underrated draft prospects coming out. I'm hoping to record that tonight, but we'll see if I can finish it. But yeah, I hope to see y'all on Twitch. I'm literally just, oh, whoops, that's my Discord. But yeah, if you don't know where it is, Broshmo Gaming, it's in the description of every video. It's also the pinned comment. And yeah, I'm literally just gonna grab my stream tag, plug it in, and we're going straight to the Twitch. So I'll catch y'all in a little bit.